Hey, good morning and welcome to Your Future Hand. I am Jay Biggs. Just a reminder, we're going to be moving things over to BBN for the live streams. Bitcoin Broadcasting Network. Be sure to check that out on YouTube, IG, and X. Live streams 2 times daily. Going to do the morning market scope and the daily close over there on the Bitcoin Broadcasting Network and the close. I was going to do that at the daily close, but the daily close is like 4 p.m. Right now, and then it actually changes to 5 p.m. at our time because of daylight savings. So I think we're just going to leave it. Maybe you guys could help me with the time. You want it after dinner? You want it around dinner, 6 p.m., 7 p.m.? You know what I mean? I'm thinking something like that. So let me know in the chat if you're there. Drop a comment. Let me know what works for you. Let's get into it. What's the market doing this morning? I got a new trading account. So not a new one, but I opened an account actually in 2020 in Femex, and I never really used it because I quite liked Binance. Binance was amazing. The earn programs were amazing. Staking was good. Trading was really good. The layout was really good on the phone. I always traded on my phone, and that's kind of just the way that I liked it. But now that I have I just started trading last night on Femex actually, but on the PC it's really great. I quite like it. So yeah, let's actually check that out. And I only sent, oh, you can't see that. So I only sent a, can you guys see that weird thing on the screen? Hopefully not. It looks like you can. No, you can't. Good. I don't want to see that. That's distracting. Yeah, so just, yeah, totally should have closed those already. Maybe I'll let them ride for a sec, but I should probably just close them. It's not even anything. I transferred I'm actually just going to close them because I'm just fucking around here. So I just sent a few bucks over to Femex last night to play around and see what this was all about, but I really like it. So they got this, market long, market short right here, and you can kind of click the percentage. You can click the percentage of the trade that you want to put in. So if the thing is moving, you can just hop right in right away and get moving, and that's awesome. Or else you can throw in your limits over here. So this morning I had a 100x trade on Bitcoin, and I started this. Does it even say? It doesn't say the balance in dollars, but I sent like 30 bucks or. No, sorry, what was the minimum amount from Wealthsimple to here in Canadian? My minimum amount was $18, so I did a test transfer, and my $18 after the network fees. So this is another thing I want to talk about. How do I find BBN? I will drop a link in the comments for you. If Jared jumps in here too, actually, he's going to be a mod. But I will drop that in here in the comments here in a sec. Thanks for asking, how do you find BBN? You can also go into the description of this video, and I did link the page in the bottom of the description, and it should just be there at Bitcoin Broadcasting Network. So let's get into it. What did I have? Like I said, I started this, and it ended up, so yeah, I transferred $18. The network fees. Network fees is what I want to talk about right now. And I don't even know why I got out of that trade. I probably should have just left it, because it looks pretty good to me. But if we get back over 43.8, I'll go back in. But I made some money last night just messing around. What did I actually trade, though? LTC is where I was scalping last night. So the network fees is something I want to talk about. I wanted to transfer some Bitcoin over last night. Yo, Liberty and Trust, I got to make you a mod. I'm just going to make you a mod here as well as on BBN. Just give me a sec with that. And Stephanie, yeah, if it's in the description, hopefully you found that in the description there. And does the screen, the visual look blurry to you guys? I don't know why I'm seeing all this stuff on my OBS screen. It's bugging me. I don't know how to stop that from messing around. There we go. Subscribed. Just 1 second. I got people messaging me, and I'm showing you guys all my messages too. Look at that. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. We did make some good trades. Like I said, I traded transferred some money over here. $18 Canadian ended up being $2.38 on Femex in USD when I transferred it over. So I want to talk about network fees and how to move crypto a little cheaper. How come that has the old thumbnail? Oh, that's frustrating. Anyways, we'll get this figured out. New to this whole live stream thing. Yeah, network fees. Transferred my $18 Canadian over. Ended up being $2.38. Okay, so when there's really high volume in the Bitcoin network, it can't handle it. The network fees, it's basically just paying somebody gas to get you from one place to the next. To put it in layman's, that's one thing I'm going to try and do here. I'm not going to go crazy with the crypto lingo. I'm going to try and keep it at an 8th grade level because, I mean, honestly, and like that's not to put anybody down or anything like that, but when we just say money tricks instead of things like dollar cost averaging into an asset and things like that, it's going to make it less scary for people who really haven't paid attention. If you're anything like I was 3, 4, 5 years ago, I had, you know, basic things and some BS RSPs and mutual funds with companies, et cetera, et cetera. But I knew nothing about finance. And if I looked at anything on finance news, I was fucking bored out of my mind. I couldn't stand it because they overcomplicate it. They overcomplicate everything. That's the whole damn point. And I'm just not for it. Let's just jump in another long. I don't care. We're playing 100x. We're playing 100x. I started with $2 and I think I'm up 60% already. And then I also threw some LTC. So that's another thing with the network fees. We're going to go back over to the network fees conversation. LTC cost me nothing. It was the network fee to transfer LTC from one place to another is so small that it doesn't even register as a cent. So if you need to move crypto around, or if you have some your on-ramp, so if you have something like Coinbase or Wealthsimple or wherever it is that you're getting your fiat currency into the cryptoverse, you can buy LTC if you're sending it to another exchange or to whatever. It's just a lot cheaper, next to nothing. Like I said, I don't even know. Probably shouldn't have jumped in that trade. We're just jumping in based on the fact that this kind of looks like a bit of a cup and handle on the 15 minute here, and that's kind of what I played this morning as well. But I've really liked LTC. So since transferring it over, and we talked about this yesterday, basically you have Bitcoin pumps. You can pick a top 50 and let it ride, and you're gonna do okay. So my balance I started with yesterday, I've doubled it already. So almost doubled it. So I just transferred $20 over. Again, I'm just doing test transfers and testing out Femex here. So far, I love it. So I think I will start doing live trading here with you guys. That's kind of the idea with the live streams anyway. I do want to show you some more trade setups. Because I'm going to do some more trading, and I'm not going to go massive. Well, this is 100x. I've been playing because it ended up being $2 worth of Bitcoin that got sent over here. So just going for it with the old 100x, and we're already up almost 100%, 60-70% or something like that. And then I'm up almost 100% on this LTC. Started with I sent $30, had to send. The minimum was $26 Canadian, so whatever that ended up as, and now we're at $39. So almost 100%. on this trading account. And again, if we're going to talk about trading, let's not even talk about dollar values. Don't worry about dollar value at all when you start trading. Worry about percentage gains, right? So it doesn't matter if you throw in a 100x trade and it only goes up 10%. It's like, oh, it's 100x, I should get 100%. It's like the 10% is a good win on a trade. That's the whole point of leverage. It gives you the ability to take high wins. I should be in another LTC long here too, to be honest. Let's just do it. Let's just mark it in with 25% of this here, $10. $10, and this is the idea here. So we're gonna look at trade setups, and I don't even have my trading view open right now, so I'm not really. I mean, this looks like a cup and handle to me, and we've got the higher low coming in. We got the wiki bottom, and then some selling pressure rolling off here as this thing found a solid candle body bottom and moved up, and now we got this cup and handle. So I'm gonna let it ride, and the longs have just been good. So let's let that ride, and let's go over to trading view and see what I've been looking at. So I've been looking at the 4 hour, and the 4 hour to me looks bearish. To be honest, it looks like it's kind of working its way down. Unless this thing recovers in this candle, it's a good chance we're going to come back down into this green support area I've got here, and we'll just work our way down the charts. The 1 hour is where I took these trades this morning. I was up pretty early, 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that, and I found some nice trades. And basically, I follow these, like I said, find the range, leave with change. That's how I feel. And the 30 minutes, right down to the 30 minutes where I've been making money. So rectangles, and rectangles are basically a 50-50 chance of going either way. I don't like to let them go too far. You can see this double top I count as one, but I would not let something that I would call a range or anything like that go more than 3 tops. Because, I mean, if I just kept dragging this thing out and, you know, hoping it's going to stay in there, sure, it's gotten back in there, but you can see it's left that area beforehand. And so if it hasn't broken up to the broken out to the upside by the time it's going to or should have printed a third top, I will invalidate that range and move on. And when I say move on, it's probably going to come to the downside. Sure enough, that's what happened. So what I would do is find the next range and what I would hope for as support to be the next candle wick. So I'd take this rectangle out, I'd find this next wick bottom, and then I would take it to the next wick bottom. Right, that's a nice solid candle bottom. You can see the pressure of the bulls that came in there driving that thing up. So that's where I would hope to catch that support. So we caught that support where we seem to be recovering quickly, and hoping that this is a cup and handle, but I'm just not sure because, like I said, the 4 hour did look bearish. We do have to kind of settle these things down. Now I do think it's going to continue to move up on the larger time frames. We know the bull run is coming. This is basically the start. This breakout above major resistance, like we've been talking about here for some time, was my indication for the bull run. So if we're over this orange line of support, I've got it orange because I'm still kind of on the fence with it, but right now it looks fucking amazing. Right? So this to me was going to be the sign of our next bull run start. But my only thing is that I really like retests. So if I'm looking at this as the monthly chart, and we just broke it, so we were actually kind of right on it, underneath it at last month's close there. So November coming into November. So like I said, I did picture maybe a wick and a blow off top out of here. So if I'm looking at the monthly chart, it's a little less scary. If we wick out here a bit for December. They take some profits as they would in Q4 potentially, because we've got the weekly RSI maxed out. Monthly RSI is really beautiful trend still. This thing, it takes a lot to make this thing curve. So just look at the weekly again. This thing is still really healthy, man. This is only, and it's calmed down. It's calmed down a bit, 83%. So I was targeting 84, 85% for this move. It was 84% the other day, yesterday. You can see this thing kind of just pulls back as the smaller time frames do. And this thing still has the potential to get up to 90%. 90% is right there. 95% right here, top of a bull run. So if we see just a blow off top for December, I don't see any issues. Then we get a retest on this orange line as support, and we know that we're off to the races for the bull run, right? Otherwise, it breaks that line, and we know that it's not happening yet. But the halving is only a few months away, and with the amount of people that are still holding crypto, so we got $1.2 trillion back into the Bitcoin market, and it's not going anywhere, right? If you got in under these lines, right, under this green line, which was a beautiful, it's a kind of ascending channel here, to get in there on this inverse head and shoulders. And I should have brought it up, but there's a, actually, I guess I could bring it up pretty easy if I just pull up YouTube. But there's a short that I made back in January. Or no, I guess, yeah, January. It would have been, right at the beginning of January. So it would have been on this weekly candle before we created this shoulder here. I literally had this pattern drawn out and said it's on. And no one believed me. And the wrong thumbnail came up for this stream for some reason. Pissed me off. But it was saying exit now. And that's what everyone's been telling you all damn year long. Told you to exit here. They told you to exit here. They told you to exit here. They told you to exit here. They've been telling you to exit all year. And I don't understand that. Like, this stuff it's so simple. That's what we want to do here. We want to keep it simple. Bitcoin is so black and white. It's the most scarce thing that finance has ever seen. Why would anybody want to just let it go? You think 10K Bitcoin is coming? Absolutely not. 15K Bitcoin? That's like us. Well, I don't know about some of our viewers might have a little more, but that's like, that's like $15 for some. 15K Bitcoin. Of course they scoop that up. Look at these candles. Look at these green candles all year. How much of a healthier trend do you want? This is one of the best trades ever, like in our existence. 2023 was one of the best trades, right? So anybody that's in Bitcoin for 160% gain made millions and billions of dollars. Where did Marty showed an image yesterday? Let's get this pulled up. Where is that image? Showing how many Bitcoin people are moving. So you got veterans, 2,900 Bitcoin. People moving around 2,900 Bitcoin at a time right now. 2,000 Bitcoin. Where is that picture? Can I see that? Oh, you can't see that though. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So CoinGlass is somewhere you can go see on-chain data. And you can see these. There's people right now moving things to Coinbean wallet, to Coinbean, to Unknown wallet, to Binance wallet, to Binance wallet. So people are getting ready to trade and likely take profits, like I said. So I was going to have the old exit now thumbnail up there. I don't know why it went back to the old one. Bothers me. But we're learning. We're just learning. 2,899 BTC moved to an Unknown wallet. 540. 1,442 Bitcoin moved. So it's like these people, they've been in for so long that they know it would be stupid to sell at these prices because it's only going to go up and to the right. And that's just the way this thing goes. Up and to the right. There's 13 years of Bitcoin history. Yeah, unreal. Let's go back over here. Am I losing money now? No. We're breaking even. We're breaking even right now. We're breaking even. Okay, I want to show you how I found these trades. I guess we're going to show the trade setups here. We'll go right back down to the 30-minute and have a look. Having a look-see. Okay, now, like I said, I use ranges, RSI. Oops, sorry guys. Ranges and RSI. It's basically all I use. It's basically all you need. There's a lot of indicators that can tell you a lot of things, and it's kind of neat seeing the moving averages over here on FEMEX, because obviously you can see at these EMA crosses on FEMEX, the EMAs seem to be fairly accurate, but they can get pretty spread out, and the candles can get really far away on Bitcoin in comparison to other markets, because these things were designed for far less volatile markets than Bitcoin, and that's why I don't always trust them. But the RSI is generally pretty good, and I like to keep these levels. You can see that 45% was the resistance. We're now retesting the 50, and looks like it's coming under the 50, but retesting the 50, you can see we got the bounce off the 60% RSI. It likes to trade in between them a lot as well. So again, I find the ranges, and I do that by support resistance and RSI levels, and I really just pay attention to the percentages of the RSI. They're very important. They really are. Not just like watching it. Oh, it's over 70. It's over 30. Basically, that's people just want to tell you whether it's oversold or overbought, and there's no such fucking thing. There's no such thing as overbought Bitcoin or an oversold Bitcoin. We gotta, all the terminology that's existed in finance and everything is out the window. This is brand new, and it's paving the way to something we've never seen before. It's a digital revolution of equity equality, essentially, and I love it. Anyway, I get distracted, and it's good because I'm a live stream thing now. I need to be able to just rant, and that's what I'm trying to get used to, is just ranting and raving. And you guys are still here, so yeah, that's great. Appreciate that. Let's do this thing. What am I doing? Fibonacci's next. Okay, so I found my ranges. I'm happy with the candles. I'm happy with where I've seen indication of top and indication of bottom in this range. So now I want to pull out my fib and bring it from the top of the move to the last low of the move. Okay, and you can see now that we are playing this thing pretty well. So we came down, hit our zero line, hit the bottom, and had a recovery all the way above the 38.2% fib. And then, you can see this obviously is going to dangle a bit underneath, but it finally caught the support right here on the 23% fib. 23% fib. RG. We're going to look at Bonk. We're going to look at Bonk too. RG's not in the live stream, is he? Probably not. Anyway, we're going to look at Bonk. We'll look at Bonk because I'm curious now. This guy's been talking a lot about Bonk. We'll look at that. Anyway, we found the support right there on the 30 or the 23.6% fib. You can see we came in through the 38.2, caught that support, went all the way to the 61.8, and then we closed below with a solid candle. So that's, good sign this thing's going to turn around. And I should have closed a trade up there, but it's all right. We only had a few bucks in here. And now we're retesting the 38.2. Now this is inside, I believe this will be inside of how I view the golden pocket, and I'm going to show you how I do that. And what my golden pocket is. Like, I have this terminology that's kind of similar to the traders, and I don't know if they find their golden pocket the same way. Maybe it is just between the 38.2 and the 50. Honestly, I don't even know. I come up with my own shit. Marty's always talking about formulas. I'm definitely not a formula guy. I am I'm more of a bushwhacker myself. Bouncing around. Okay, so we need a second fib to find what I would call the golden pocket. And that fib is going to come from the bottom before the high that posted in this move. And it's not. So this is what I determine as my kind of golden pocket for trade. and whether or not it's going to head back down or head back up. And that's why I color my fibs the way that I do, because the two 38.2% fib levels end up kind of making that golden pocket, or something that I would call my golden pocket, for me in there, right? Without trying to just see it in one fib, because we still could be retracing this move. We don't really know. So this is just a bounce. We so far haven't posted a higher high. So this could just be, again, this thing slowing down the indicators, though it can continue to go up. It can't go up too fast. And the fact that it's just sitting here above $43,000 is a really good sign. So this is kind of the support range, 43.5, right? And if we get above 43.8, so 8s and 2s, like I said, if we went below 43.2 this morning, which we didn't, that's where the low was this morning. If we went below that, I would have felt a short. But that wasn't the case. I hit a long, and we're up almost 100% on this trading account already. And when did I open that? 12 hours ago, I guess. So we're up 100% on this trading account in 12 hours. And that's pretty good. So let's get rid of one of these fibs, because I don't really need that one. If we stay above the 38.2% fib here, I know that those longs are probably going to be safe. We're retesting the 50% RSI right now on the 30-minute chart, and that's what I'm looking at to carry me here. You can see this was a really strong bounce. I went long from the bottom here. And maybe I should have streamed earlier, because the trades are generally can be nice and early in the morning too, which is good. Yeah. Let's go over to CoinMarketCap and have a look at Behold Bonk. "29 minutes in." That's the other thing. I got to get used to trying to run these streams a little longer. Doesn't matter if I babble the whole time. We'll just enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. How's the people in the chat? Stephanie Longstaff. Shout out to Stephanie Longstaff. Liberty and Trust. All right. How do I... There we go. Add as moderator. Managing moderator. Liberty and Trust. Your future hands. New moderator. Gonna get him moderating on BBN. Be sure to check out BBN, the No BS Bitcoin Network. Keep it simple. Keep it clean. I'm going to clickbait you with thumbnails, but I will immediately apologize and explain why I made such dramatic thumbnails. Well, maybe dramatic. This morning's was supposed to be dramatic, but it seems like it didn't. Actually, I wonder if I can edit here right now. Yeah, see, it went back to this old bum-ass thumbnail. Let's get that other one I made. Do. Bonk. We want to talk about bonk. Bonk. I want to remember bonk as I do this. 3 concurrent viewers. Sweet. Yeah. Okay, yeah, if you're just chiming in now, welcome. Reminder that we're going to go over to the Bitcoin Broadcasting Network for live streams. Still catch YFH, Marty Boggs, and Julian Biggs on Sundays. Probably some more content coming out of there. But starting the new network here for the lives. Going to keep track of lives. Going to do live trading. I'm going to show my trade setups. I shouldn't even have closed those ones earlier, but we're back in profits again on these. I'm up about 100%, little over 100% now on this trading account in 12 hours. So yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to do the things. We're just getting used to this whole live stream thing. Just talking about how I use the fibs and the RSI to set up my trades over the last, well, always. But you can see now the price is kind of, It's unsure of what it wants to do. Tried to recover this morning, so we're bouncing between the 43,200 mark and the 43,800 mark. Or if you want to go further than that, we're bouncing 43 to 44, whatever. But I try to avoid those wick highs and find a solid range in between and just trade those. Rectangles, like I said, I put these rectangles here. Rectangles generally have a 50-50% chance of 50% chance of going up, 50% chance of going down. You can see this one came down. Rectangles not generally strong. You can find them at the top of moves. What we're doing right now is just settling down the indicators, and so the larger time frames can continue to move. And you can see that even on a half-hour RSI, all this is, we can only look at this on kind of like a linear scale, but if we were able to see this on a logarithmic scale, you would see this would be up and to the right as well, but we can only see this on a flat plane, unlike the candles, which we can look on a logarithmic scale. But all the way, you can see this thing is just, this is just it climbing up the hill, but this is the way it has to go on these shorter time frames. It can't just go, straight up and to the right like that, because we have to view it on this linear scale, this kind of just regular plane, as opposed to the candles, which we can look at on a logarithmic scale, which is why we just see them continuously go up and to the right. So don't let the RSIs on the lower time frames scare you when they're going up and down, because that's what they do. This thing's a roller coaster and it's all kinds of fun. So we are trying to find what I would call a golden pocket today, and I don't know, I think I had the trade already this morning, so I don't know if I should have went back in, but I'm not too worried about it. But that's how I find the golden pocket. I put 2 fibs out for myself, and it slams between the 238.2% fib levels, and you can see that would have been a beautiful trade again here. Now, I did catch the bottom, just because I caught the bottom. I don't know what to tell you. 43.2. I really like those. I really like those numbers, the 200s and the 800s. You can see we're fighting to get 800 back now, but we're underneath these fibs, and I just don't know. I think we've got to settle some of these indicators down a little more. Let's go look at the 4-hour RSI, because that's a good tell. Yeah, so maybe this thing's got a chance of staying up here, but like I said, I think we're nearing the end, so we could see another spike, but probably not get another higher high on the 4-hour RSI before this thing chills out. But I mean, who knows? This thing's just been shocking the world all year. Like, it's just been unreal. It just keeps climbing and keeps climbing and keeps climbing. And again, we can show you why we knew this thing was going to continue to move up. I chased the SPX, and I've been chasing the SPX all year, and it's been doing me really well all year. Now, I haven't been trading the SPX yet, and that's what I should get into that. Old Danny Trades is somebody that I have taken a lot of good info from. He doesn't really have the same strategy as me, similar idea, but he uses some different setups. But you can see we got the double top here. This is why I based my decision on Bitcoin continuing to move, and you can see kind of the same thing here on the monthly chart of the S&P 500. This thing hasn't topped out yet, but it is kind of double topping for the year above the 78.6% fib level. So 80% recovery for the S&P 500, which is insane volatility. Like I said, 2023, like when everyone was hurting and we're all paying asinine amounts for groceries, but you're still buying all those fucking Amazon packages and iPhones and all that crap, which is funny because I just had to get a new iPhone, and I'm not the guy who goes and gets new iPhones all the time and every year and whatever, but I, for the first time in my life, smashed a phone. Dropped a phone and it smashed, and I had to replace it. So now I got this new phone, but I was still rocking an iPhone 11. It wasn't even a fucking Pro, because I'd rather put my money into things like this, right? And when everyone was just consuming all the crap and making these people rich, this was literally one of the best trades of the last century, right? The last few years, more money has been made than ever, right? So you think that everyone's hurting and everyone's yelling in the streets about all this crap. Well, there's less people suffering now than ever before in history, and people are making money hand over fist. Shit ain't bad. Quit your crying. Buy some fucking Bitcoin. Beat inflation. It's not a big deal. So anyway, let's see how that affected Bitcoin on my Fibonacci chart. So you can see the ascending channel we were in this year, and boom, gone. See ya. We've taken the 61.8% fib level. We're halfway on our way to the 78.6% fib level, and I don't see any reason why it couldn't get there, aside from them just dumping it because you think it's going to go there. But right now, the masses are thinking that what are some Liberty and Trust? What are some trading psychology tips? When I'm in profit, I want to immediately close the trade and book profits. Right. So like I said, so if you're booking profits, you're booking profits, right? But you need to understand your ranges and your levels. So if you have found an established range, and you might have to watch the chart for a few hours, but if you want to establish a range quickly, then go to the lower time frames and look for that selling pressure to come off, and that's, you know, red wicks to the bottom, and then you know, the buying pressure starts to come off, the selling pressure comes on when you're starting to see those wicks at the top, right? And the solid candle bodies are going to be a sign of reversal, right? So that's when the bears have either run out of steam or the bulls have run out of steam, and we start to see more solid candle bodies printing. That's generally when you're going to see some market structure change and it start to change direction. So spend some time finding the range, right? Spend some time finding the range, and then make your decision based on the RSI level. That's my entry point, and whether or not I know it's going up or down. I'd love to DCA. Yeah, alone 4 million a day. Yeah, 4 million a day. Who's DCAing 4 million a day? That's wild. That's crazy. DCA 4 million a day. Now I'm doing DCA daily right now. I'm still doing DCA daily because I took some profits, and I'm not upset about it. That's the other thing too. Like I took profit at 39.5 because I thought that we would be hitting the resistance line of that bull run for the year and coming back down. Now I did say we would see a wick out and a blow off top, but then I remembered that this thing's been chasing the SPX all year, and the SPX did an 80% recovery, which is insane. So why the hell wouldn't Bitcoin do an 80% recovery, right? Top of these candles, we're coming around, you know, approximately $48,000. And I've been saying that for a couple of weeks here. 47, 48 seems easy now. And you can see now that we came up to a high of 44.5 or something like that, right? And that to me this is going to be the sign of the start of our bull run or recovery. Obviously the breakout high is going to be this resistance line from the 64K tops. So yeah. Anyway, back to the psychological tips too. So it's always going to do the opposite of what you think. And I really had to spend a lot of time watching charts. Honestly, I spent a lot of time watching really low time frame charts to just quickly input the data into my brain, basically. So it's like we got to remember too, like we don't even really see. Our eyes just collect data and our brain makes images of it, right? So if you just ADHD and a computer is apparently all you need, but I have the ability to just sit and consume things that I'm interested in for hours and hours on end. Like people look at ADHD and shit as laziness or something, but it's like, no, it's not. I'm just not interested in the bullshit, right? But if you show me something of value that if I put my time into, it's going to give me a return on my investment of time, which could be monetary, which could be whatever, it doesn't matter. But if I'm interested and I think that I'm getting a return on my investment of my time, I can do it for 16 hours a day, and I will fucking run circles around anybody that's fucking doing it. And that's not even whatever. Like, I mean, there's going to be some real shit coming from me and about me and my personality, I guess, because that's what's going to happen when you're live, and that's what I want to do. I'm a very much in the moment person. I have a hard time with getting past post creation of things, and that's the beauty of lives. That's the beauty of lives. Psychology. My psychology tip is always be right in the fucking moment. Be present in the goddamn moment. Most people they're so worried about the future, or they're worried about what somebody said 20 years ago, or what they, you know what I mean? Like, there's all this crazy stuff, and like we base everything on history because that's what they feed us in the news. All this propaganda in the news is just wild, and it doesn't matter what you guys are arguing about. They don't care as long as you're arguing about it. It doesn't matter. The chaos is profitable. Can you not see that by now? Chaos is profitable. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about your health. They don't give a fuck about your thoughts or your feelings. They got you all fired up, painted rainbows everywhere, and now they're going to ban it all, shut it all down. Right? The pendulum swings, and it's not going to stop. So just get on going to the metronome. But make it make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it don't make dollars. Right? So don't pay attention to all that garbage. Facts are found when you follow the money. That's the slogan of Bitcoin Broadcasting Network. We've been going 43 minutes. I'm going to try and get these things close to an hour. Yeah, keep it simple. That's my psychology tip. Keep it fucking simple. Do not buy anything. You do not need to buy anything that is not Bitcoin in this market. You do not, like, Market Cipher. This is one thing I want to talk about. Market Cipher is all the hype and all the rave. I don't like it because it's got way too much to look at. All they did was take a bunch of the good solid indicators and jam them all into this big, giant, colorful spectrum. And maybe if I had it, I might be able to get used to it or whatever, but I don't need it. It's not necessary. I don't even pay for a membership on TradingView. Why? Why am I going to pay $300 a year instead of, like, if I buy Bitcoin? If I had bought $300 worth of Bitcoin, it would have been worth $660 now, right? The fuck do I need TradingView for? They give you everything that has a beta version. Essentially gives you everything you need for free. Unless you're looking to really monetize from something, you don't need to go over and above and pay for all these programs, because you're just adding to somebody else's bank. They followed the formula to make something to get you to spend more money. The only thing you should be spending more money on is Bitcoin. That's it. Right? This RSI and a Fibonacci is what billionaires are using. I promise you. They might use EMAs. I guarantee they're not using EMAs on Bitcoin. They might use EMAs and the RSI still on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and things like that. But I promise you, all these guys are doing with Bitcoin is buying it. That's it. That's it. They got billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. BlackRock controls $10 trillion worth of assets or something fucking stupid. Right? Do you think these guys who got in here at the bottom of this 10-year channel and put all this volume in only brought it to 40K just to sell it now when the top was 70? Hello, McFly. You're fucking dreaming. This thing's only going up. And I don't care how long it takes. It doesn't matter. Like, maybe I don't get rich. But I know that if I keep stacking Bitcoin, my kids are going to be pretty comfortable when I'm gone. Right? Absolutely. They have us so much capital, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, absolutely. So they're forced now. You got to remember, too, that everybody that's been in this channel for the whole distance, everybody that's been in this progressive channel since the beginning, This is the history of Bitcoin. Everyone who's been in here since the beginning and collecting through all of this, all these diehards that rode through all this and rode through all this and came through all this. You think they're letting it go in here too? Like, who the hell are these big guys going to sell it to? They made you think crypto was fucking dead. And now they got they don't barely have any exit. They don't have any exit liquidity. So they have no choice but to push it up on the people betting against it. And I love it. I love to see it. Look at these. Look at these monthly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're coming on 4 months. We had 4 months green candles at the beginning of the year. We just came off a record 7 weeks of green candles. It's got no reason to stop. Like, if you understand anything about finance and how value works, then Bitcoin's a no-brainer, right? And you got to stop thinking the world's going to end, because if the internet shuts down and everything goes cold and there's no groceries at the fucking store, you're going to have a lot more worries. You better know how to fight and shoot a fucking bow, Other than that, Bitcoin is the winner. Look at these, man. Look at these levels. I just see it climbing up. Wham. Look at, maybe bounces off this yearly trend. This green dotted line here was the yearly trend. So, you know, maybe it comes up, bounces off there. Like, I just don't see it coming down much further. And even if it just continues to trade sideways, even if this was top and we just come out and trade sideways here, you just keep DCAing and you're always going to be in profits. Doesn't even matter if it never gets above 70K. If you DCA into Bitcoin, as soon as it does, you're going to be loving your life. 47 minutes. How's the music level? How's the music level? Curious how that's been coming in. I know I can't hear it at all. The world is not going to end. Humans might cease to exist. But yeah, exactly. The world's going to continue. World's going to continue, right? And the internet scare, I feel like that is because like there is more good trades coming. They want you scared of the internet. They want you scared of holding any value on the internet. They want you to hold that worthless fucking paper cash under the mattress while they stack all the digital value, right? And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh shit, this paper isn't worth anything. I better try to start a fire with it. And then you're fucked. Hey, you might stay warm for a bit. Music volume's good. Beautiful. That's good. Okay, so minus 50 dB. Minus 50 dB on the music for the live stream is where it's at. Oh, I see. I'm not even looking at my trades. That's how little I care about price and these trades. Like, we're down. Oh, no, we're up $1.26. We're up $1.26 again. So we're over 100% on this trading account in... We're about 103% on this trading account in 12 hours. And there's only a couple peanuts in there, but that's a good start. It's a good start, especially after paying 50% of fucking fees on that Bitcoin network. Remember, when transferring crypto, use LTC, pay next to zero in fees, and then convert and buy whatever you want when you get to another exchange. Yeah. On that note, we're going to come to a wrap up here. I am getting pretty pleased and comfortable with these streams here. If I can get OBS open back up, I might figure out how to do this. Chat rate too. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get the chat up here, things like that. But yeah, no, it's good. I appreciate you tuning into this market scope. Again, be sure to go over to BBN. Link is down in the description of this video. BBN is where the live streams will be. Catch YFH, Biggs and Boggs, on Sundays, as usual. And we'll catch you in the next one. I don't have my outro here. Oh, well, that's just too bad. We'll just catch you in the next one then, guys.